Yeah, I forgot my name tag.
All right, now we got audio going out to Facebook. I can't believe it. It was just a mess because we had to reboot everything, and then we had some problems before we got on the air, and I never checked the live feed. And sure enough, right before we started, I clicked the live feed, so our Facebook. So if you guys are watching on Facebook, we didn't really get into anything yet. Omri only gave the phone number once.
Exactly.
So why don't you give the phone number 3 times?
I haven't insulted anybody yet.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's okay that you missed a couple of minutes. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Give the phone number again.
So again, the phone number is 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. That's Debbie interrupting me while I tell you the phone number, 855-939-1137.
How come you never have this much fun with the phone number when we're in class on Thursday nights?
What do you mean?
No, listen. With that phone number, you guys can call in. You can ask us anything you want about finances, about the stock market, about real estate, about your personal situations, right? And of course, our number one fan is on the air. Say hello.
Hey, Kimmy!
Right, so Kimmy, we almost didn't go live on Facebook and YouTube. I know you're on YouTube right now. We almost didn't go live. We had a problem, but I was able to fix it somewhere in the intro. That's why I was distracted during the intro.
Kimmy needs to talk more on Monday Masterminds.
Yeah.
Because she is very inspiring. I didn't know.
She actually is very inspiring. She just bought 2 pieces of land.
I didn't know.
Isn't that
That's
amazing?
the point.
Yeah.
I know she was interested in that, but I didn't know she closed on both.
She bought 2 pieces of land, and she's building spec houses on these lands.
I know.
Prefab houses. It's amazing, and she's going to do very well with them. I'm estimating she's going to make between $50,000 and $70,000 per house.
So she really needs to tell people about that more. Because I didn't know. Didn't hear from her.
Well, you can tell her to call in if you want.
Yeah, she should.
So tell her to call in. What's the phone number? Give her the phone number.
She don't know the phone number.
I don't think she knows it.
Okay. That's 855-939-1137. Kimmy, please call it. 855-939-1137.
So it's now what? So it's now what? It's 2:00 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's what? 90 degrees out.
And everybody is in the pool.
Yeah. So we don't really need to do a show because nobody's listening anyway.
No, we enjoy that. Come on.
No, you think so?
I do.
Kimmy's listening.
Exactly.
Well, Kimmy's listening. That's true. That's true. But do you think Kimmy's going to call in?
Maybe.
All right. But if anybody else calls in, we got to give them something special if they call in. What should we give them?
You can do the money hacks.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Right. We have the Money Hacks event coming up on August 17th.
With the Mobile Home King, finally.
Right, so we actually have some really cool people coming. We have the Mobile Home King coming, which is so if you guys want to learn how to invest in mobile homes and mobile home parks, like Omri and I are doing. We also have the Tim Pfizer's coming, who talks about
building business credit.
So you guys know, I'm like an expert at getting credit cards.
Yeah,
and he knows more than I do. So that's really cool. So you can learn how to do that as well.
He's coming all the way from Hawaii.
Yeah,
coming from Hawaii, right?
Hawaii.
So we actually have somebody coming from Hawaii to teach the Philadelphia area, how to get more
That's
credit cards.
awesome.
Yeah. So just understand, it'd be great. So we're gonna give away. We give away 2 tickets.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we give two tickets to anybody who has anything intelligent to ask or say.
And we are giving it for free. But
Right.
if you don't show up, it will cost you $100.
No.
Well, you have to be able to come. Like, don't call if you can't.
Don't call get the tickets if you can't come.
Yeah.
But it's August 17th. It's an all-day event. So if you go to number 4 mmw.com, number 4 mmw.com, 4mmw.com,
4mmw.com.
You can actually buy the tickets, and the tickets are $147 each, and we will give you 2 tickets
for free
if you just call in at
855-939-1137.
Oh, by the way, I forgot something. I forgot to add this. I completely forgot to add this because I didn't read it, so I got to go back to this. Okay, all right. I'm here with my awesome co-host, Dr. Debbie Anderson, Omri Morad, also known as the Immigrant, and of course our sweet producer, Glenn Page.
Woohoo! You did sweet 2 weeks ago, didn't you?
I know. I wasn't reading it this time because I got sidetracked, and then I looked down. And I was like, oh no, I didn't mention Glenn Page. And Glenn Page is the person you're going to talk to when you call.
855-939-1137.
And talk to us about anything, and you can get
anything you want.
I think you're right. I don't think sweet Glenn Page coming from you sounds quite right.
It's not the right word.
Yeah, it sounds good coming from me.
So
you can't say sweet.
So,
it's sweet.
Glenn is such a sweetheart. I like Glenn.
Yeah,
Glenn is a sweetheart. Glenn, everybody likes you, Glenn. You know that?
I think you folks may be the only ones.
We love you, Glenn.
Well, we know
love
your
you.
girlfriend likes you.
I love you guys. Sometimes she does.
Sometimes she does.
And by the way, Kimmy on YouTube just said, "Hi, sweet Glenn." So
There
she
you
must
go.
think you're sweet too.
Sweet.
Glenn's a sweetheart. He really is.
Hi, Kim.
He's sweet.
When was the last time we had lunch with Kim? I mean, not with Kim, with
Glenn
with
was
Glenn?
like
Was
a month
about
ago.
a month
Yeah,
ago,
like
right?
a
Yeah.
month ago. Yeah.
July,
Yeah, that was
June, July,
Of
May.
course, we got
I
Ed,
think it was
Ed
like
also
4
on
weeks.
Facebook saying hi to us as well. Ed's also a cool guy, saying hi to us. So anybody else calling, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter, say hi, but also call. 855-939-1137 and give us a call. All right. So what do we want to talk about this week? A couple of things that were interesting. One is we should probably talk about now because we know your house is almost done, which I can't believe you can't get people to move in yet.
Yeah. So the issue is not. So I have one lady with the Section 8 lady. So so I got paid from Section 8, which was interesting, but she hasn't paid anything else, and she needs 2 securities first and last. So I got 1 month rent. That's it. So
She haven't paid anything?
No, she gave me the $500 deposit, but that was it. And then I got money from Section 8, but
Wait, she didn't move in yet, though.
she has not moved in.
Okay,
'cause
so she can't move in anyway.
she can't move in anyway, but she doesn't know that.
1 second,
Right.
I'm confused. How you got the money from Section 8?
I filled out all the paperwork and they sent me money.
But you signed the lease with her?
Yeah, they have. I
When
have
does the lease start?
the
July?
lease started July
July
1st.
1st, and she hasn't come up with the rest of the money yet.
Right.
So-
this is interesting.
This is a problem for you
Yeah,
too.
they might
and
take
I
the money
will
back.
explain
Which is
to
fine.
you.
I'm fine with them taking the money back.
No.
I
Listen-
called Section 8 yesterday to say, hey, she hasn't, because she called me, because I didn't even check the account. And she's like, I think they paid you. And I'm like, let me double check. I saw they did. She's like, can you call the Section 8 lady? And I called and I left a message. And I said, until she pays the rest, she can't move in.
So I will ask you a question.
I will answer you.
Are you? No. Let them finish laughing. I will ask the question. I'm insulted. No. For real. To you,
Yes.
she's in default of the lease right now because she haven't gave you the security deposit.
That's right.
Okay, so this is a situation you also need to inform Section 8. Don't be in a problematic situation with Section 8. So what everybody needs to know, Section 8 are going into the tenant's shoes in the lease. But there is no... Section 8 are not coming between you and the tenant. And that's something that people sometimes don't understand. People think that when there is a problem with the tenant, they can call Section 8. The agreement, the lease is always between you and the tenant, while Section 8 cover the payment according to their terms. You have one term with Section 8 and you have another term, which is your lease with the tenant.
Okay.
So you need to inform them about that.
Right. So I called yesterday and I left a message and said, hey, so I did let her know.
All right, well, good. They'll call you back.
Yeah.
So but I
You're
mean,
doing
it's the
the right
holiday.
thing.
It's the holiday.
you're
I
doing the
mean,
right
I'm
thing.
not
Yeah, good.
expecting anybody to call me back today.
All right, but I wanted to get back. So you got one thing you have left is you're trying to get the use and occupancy, and because the township over there is just a nightmare for you. But you're almost done.
I'm almost done. So
And Omri's about to enter into his project, and guess what? You know what I think? I think it's going to be really great for you the next 3 months.
what's up?
Revenge,
What do you mean revenge?
because he's going to mess this project up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I think Omri's a smart guy, and I think he'll figure. I've learned a lot from you, Omri. So I mean, look at that. I have. I've learned a lot from you, and it's interesting because I always get yelled at from Larry. Why'd you listen to Omri? And then I talk to Omri. Why'd you listen to Larry? It's kind of funny because I get the two of you, giving me opposite.
We
advice.
sat for lunch, me and him, with the rabbi on...
And how come you guys didn't even think to call me up and say, hey, Deb, you want to come?
You don't have a penis.
I do
can't.
not. But that
Okay.
has nothing to do with it.
No,
Wait,
it's...
I don't understand that one.
So...
Did you really? I mean, is that really the problem?
I'm
No,
not sure
no,
it's
I
a
had
problem.
lunch with a
I'm
friend of mine,
laughing.
so it
Come on,
doesn't
guys.
matter.
So the point is, okay, I arrived and he immediately started to do what he do with me and with every other person in the world
What's that?
beside with you.
What?
You know exactly what.
What are we talking about? I'm getting confused.
Smashing me in the head with an axe. So I came, I sat, I listened to him, and I'm like, he finished. He didn't finish. He took a break to take air, and then I
Get
said,
your mind out of the gutter, Omri.
"What?
What did he say?
Okay, never mind.
I don't
Go
know what he
ahead.
said. So
Okay, go ahead.
Again, it's your head. It's not us."
Oh, you're the.
He stopped to take air because he was bashing me about my project, and then I stopped and I said, can I be Debbie for one day? Please, can I be?
Okay,
Am I lying?
I want to say
I
one
actually
thing.
said that. Can I be your
Okay,
Debbie
so
for
hold
one
on
day?
a second, because the funny part is about both of these guys. They don't realize that there's at least 7 other people listening.
Yeah.
Right. PhD says there's 7,000, but I'll go with 7. And they don't know what you're talking about. So let me explain what you guys are talking about, even though it's about me.
Yes.
See, I'm a coach, and what I do is, according to Omri, I beat people over the head so they can make sure that they get their goals and do what they want to do.
You are not their therapist. I think this sentence says so much about who you are.
I'm not your therapist. I'm your coach. If you want a hug, go to your therapist. If you want to get your goals, come to me.
Exactly.
So that's what I do as a coach when I coach people in real estate, when I coach people in the stock market, etc. Right? So I coach these guys the same way I coach my students. They just get more of it, and it's funny because Debbie will come in and she'll sit down at my desk and she'll go, "I know you're going to be mad at me, but this is what I did." And it's very funny because it's exactly how she starts almost every conversation that we No,
only a couple.
I'm sorry.
Only a couple.
It's not everyone. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be absolute there. So what happens is, right, they're both saying the same thing. They're both saying that I'm really rough on them. But the reason I'm rough on them is because I want them to succeed. It's the same thing with my students. I want them to succeed. So now Omri comes in to fill into where Omri was. Omri comes in one day and says, and Debbie's not here. He goes, "I want you to treat me like you treat Debbie." And I laughed and I said, "I don't treat Debbie any better."
And I want to say something because I was there having a discussion with the contractor the other day, and Omri's telling me how you favor me, or you're always nice, like you treat me like you're like an overprotective father. And
That's
I'm like,
true. That I agree with.
He is.
I absolutely, there's no doubt that that's true. I get really worried with some things that, if you do something wrong, I get really worried. But I also do the same thing with Omri. But Omri, I approach it differently.
Yeah.
I approach it as an overprotective father for you, and I approach it with Omri slightly different because Omri's thick-headed. So to the overprotective father, although I feel like I want to protect my friend Omri, but he unfortunately he's very thick-headed, so it's hard. I have to just say you did it wrong.
It's
Instead
appropriate
of you,
to say.
I treat you a little bit differently.
What is thick-headed?
What?
What is
I guess I'm surprised because I don't feel as though you favor me any more than you do anybody else.
No, I didn't say. He said I just agree that
every
I'm an
brother and
overprotective father.
sister.
That's what I agree with it. It doesn't mean I treat you any different. Everybody, all my students I treat differently. I even treat Glenn Page differently. I'm like, "Glenn, come on, man, let's go. You need to get a real job and stop working for PhD for peanuts."
You're right.
Are we still on the air?
Yes, we're
Yeah,
still
of
on
course
the
we're
air.
Okay, we're still on the air. Okay, good.
By the way, I also wanted to say John online also says hi, so I want to make sure that I acknowledge that John says hi. And anybody else, if you're listening, say hi if you're online or call in at
855-939-1137.
Now, somebody called because I got a message that somebody called, but I don't think the call went through.
Okay.
So maybe there's a problem with the phone system. Who knows?
Maybe it's Kimmy.
No, it wasn't Kimmy.
Okay.
But if somebody wants to call, if somebody listening to the show wants to call in just to test our phone system to make sure it's working, please let me know. Especially if you're online, you can let me know.
855-939-1137.
Right, because I can't give out free tickets if nobody
Call.
if the call can't get through.
Exactly.
And this morning we had problems with PhD already, so it's probably their fault.
Glenn, you're sweet, but we blame you.
No, I don't blame Glenn. Glenn's the only one who could get anything done over there.
You're still sweet.
All right, what do we want to talk
I
about?
got you on the air, Omri. I managed to get you on the air, didn't I?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he did, and he fixed the problem. We had other problems, but they weren't his fault. They were my fault.
Can we go back to any subject that is other than any other subject we talked until this point? Let's talk about politics. Whatever you want.
So politics. So
Politics.
So we never talked about the debate, did we?
No, we didn't.
Okay. So you have a very liberal aunt.
I have many liberal people around me.
Right.
I have no problem with Democrats, unlike you. I have problem with liberals.
Well, I have no problem with Democrats.
No.
I have problem with people telling me what I have to do.
I don't think that Democrats are a risk. I think liberals are a risk to this country. That's the truth. I think liberals' belief is very much against capitalism, and I think capitalism is what brought this country to where it is right now.
Okay, but you're missing the point.
What am I missing?
Wait. Are you saying capitalism is a negative or a positive?
I think that liberal is the cancer to capitalism.
Yeah, it's a cancer to this country.
I don't
But
know.
the reason I brought it up is I was curious to see if your aunt had said anything to you about the debate.
No, we haven't spoke about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed something very interesting that most of the liberals I know, or almost every liberal I know,
Yeah.
doesn't talk about the debate
Yeah.
at all. They don't say a word. They don't say. They don't even say. Come on, it's okay. He only had a cold. I found that to be hysterical. That's what some of the things online people are saying.
Did you see the video where Trump just walks off the
Yeah,
stage?
and Biden was
And
stumbling
Biden-
down the stairs.
He was
Yeah,
stumbling.
yeah.
They had to hold his
Yeah,
hand to
yeah,
get down
yeah.
the steps. Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, but
It's a
there's
video.
more to it. There's even more. So, like, I noticed, and the reason I'm even bringing this up right now is I'm noticing that there are some things on CNBC, which we use CNBC to track the stock market, and it's very interesting. Some of the quotes that are in CNBC. You need to understand CNBC is also a liberal. It's liberal sided. It's left leaning, right? But they're actually posting things like the Disney heiress. She won't contribute to the Democratic Party
Yeah,
anymore
I
unless
heard
Biden
that.
drops out.
Yes.
So then you got other articles where Biden he did the TV interview and it failed to
Perform.
perform. Yeah, once again. So it is very, very interesting watching what's happening.
Have
But
you
then you
seen?
got-
Yeah.
Then you got the stock market, right? So the stock market is all over the place. It's actually doing really well. It's almost 40,000, popped 40,000. The S&P broke records. The NASDAQ broke records. It's all recent. And then you got the liberals. So the only thing they can stand on right now is, but the stock market's doing so well. Do you know why the stock market's doing so well?
Why?
Because stock market is forward thinking. Stock market reacts on what they expect to happen 6 months from now. So what do you think they expect to happen 6 months from now?
That Trump will win.
Trump will be put in office exactly 6 months from now, actually, if everything goes well. And that's why the stock market is reacting the way it is.
So I think that many times in politics we see how especially in the Republican Party, we see how ego control many things. And we see those days all kind of surveys. You saw the one about Michelle Obama?
Which one?
So there is one thing right now that if it will be Michelle Obama against Trump.
Oh, I've heard that. That's not going to happen.
So wait. I want to tell you something, okay? Because I went and I read about Michelle Obama, okay? Because I didn't know many things about her, and everything that I read about her doesn't seem to me. No, it's not the right word. There is no chance she is qualified to be the president of the United States.
Of course.
Okay.
That's why she won't run.
So So I don't get how, if it will be Michelle Obama against Trump, she will win.
She won't. She won't. She'll actually put
That's what
the
they.
Democrat Party in a tailspin if they do that. The best choice is Newsom. Gavin Newsom will be the best choice. I would love to see Gavin Newsom and Trump in a debate. That would be pretty interesting. However, let's go into money.
Let's do
But,
it for money.
The show's supposed to be about finances, and do we ever talk about finances on the show anymore?
Not yet.
We do. I mean, I'm just not much into politics because it just doesn't interest me that
Oh, okay,
much.
I
But
gotcha.
whatever.
Are you going to vote for Trump?
Yeah, I would vote for. I'm a Republican, so I would vote for Trump.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Yeah. I would think most of the listeners would vote for Trump. Actually, if you wouldn't vote for Trump, or if you would, call in. Somebody call in. I think the phone lines are broken.
No, I really want to hear a person that is a Republican and won't vote for Trump. I really
The never Trumpers?
that have a problem with him, and because of him they are Republicans, but because it's him they won't vote. I want to talk to those people.
This is probably be the last year I'll vote for president. Because I don't trust the system anymore.
I really want
And that's a
again.
big problem, too.
I want to see a person that is a Republican and he want to explain to me
Why I
why.
won't vote for Trump? Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree.
It's not that I don't believe. I believe that there are Republicans that are not voting for Trump because he is their representative.
Yeah, it's sad, but
It is sad. I agree, but
Yeah.
I do believe and I do want to hear it from them.
But we got a couple other people saying hi. We got Dexter saying hi. We got Joe saying hi. We got Steve saying hi. Hey, one of you guys do me a favor and call in the show at 855-939-1137, and just let me know that if you didn't go through, let me know, because like I said, I saw something come through that said we got a call alert, but no call came through, and it's possible there's a problem
The
somewhere.
transfer, yeah.
So, but call and say hi. Call in, Joe, say hi.
855, yes.
You
That's
know, 855-939-1137. And of course, if you're not on Facebook and you're not listening, you just started listening, and you want to get free tickets to the Money Hacks event, where we're going to teach you all things about money. The mobile home parking is going to be coming. We've got people teaching you about infinite banking. Infinite banking is an awesome concept.
I know.
It really is. Then you got infinite banking, and what else? What other good stuff we got going on there?
How to buy a house
How
on
to
your
get credit,
IRA.
How to buy houses with no money.
Yeah,
I love buying houses with no money.
I know.
Isn't that
That's
fun?
your best way.
It's my favorite.
I know.
I have no money. So I just buy houses with no money.
And Harley Davidson.
That's what?
And Harley Davidson.
And a Harley Davidson. Yeah, I just bought a Harley Davidson a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not. I don't know if the word regret is the right word, but I still don't know why I did it.
You know, it's interesting because today I'm having breakfast with my husband, and he pulls up this video, and I hear this bum 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 bum, and I'm like, oh my god, what? He's like, I found a motorcycle I want to have, and I'm like, I guess you're gonna have to wait for it, honey, you know. And he's like, well, it's only, I don't know, 17 grand, and it's an older bike, and I'm looking at it. He's like, it's got this, and it's got this, and I'm like, I could start talking to you about medical writing stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, talk to somebody else who, one, is interested and two, cares, right? But he's trying to sell me on the idea of buying another bike. So.
But I did take one of my cars out today.
Yes.
I took the Thunderbird out.
Yeah, and you didn't put your...
And I didn't put the top back up.
Yeah.
So I parked in the parking lot. The first thing, Omri comes in, first he goes, why don't you put your top up?
Leather and heat don't go together.
Yeah, I agree.
Have you ever tried like leather underpants?
Have I ever tried leather underpants?
Yes.
Like, wait. Let me
Have you ever
there are
had...
many pieces to that question, so I need to understand. Have I ever tried putting leather underpants on it myself?
Yes. Have you ever had a woman in your life who bought you as a gift
Get
the
chaps?
leather underpants?
Get some chaps.
What is chaps? I'm talking about leather underpants.
Chaps is different, and you probably would enjoy that based on this conversation.
What is chaps?
Chaps is the leather kind of half
Overalls,
pants
kind of like overalls that you put over pants.
That they put on.
Over pants.
Yeah, over pants, over jeans.
Ah, the one that bikers put?
Yeah.
They're chaps.
Okay.
Called
So
chaps.
chaps.
But
right,
you don't put them over the jeans. They put them over the body.
Well,
No,
it
no,
depends
it
on
goes-
depends on where you are.
What do you mean?
Well, if you're in your bedroom, you might not put it over your. If you're at a bike event where there's sexy women, they might not put them over their pants.
No,
correct?
the leather underpants that you get from your significant other that made of leather.
All right, Linda, do me a favor. Order me a pair of leather pants so I can tell Omri that I wore underpants. So I can tell Omri that I wore leather underpants.
You
for
can
Fair
find
chaps.
it in Amazon. There is an elephant face in the front with the big nose. Come on, guys.
What does the big nose stand for?
Exactly. Are you going to want to go? Let's go to commercial break.
The show has gotten it's so off.
Exactly.
You know?
For a few
It's
weeks
like,
now.
How many times can we teach you guys how to buy properties with no money? How many times can we teach you guys the stock market? How many times can we teach you
About chaps?
about protecting your money using trusts and LLCs? These are all the things that we teach every day in investor schooling. So we come
Exactly.
here, and it's 4th of July weekend, and the 7 people who are listening to us.
We're just goofing
Yeah,
around.
we're just goofing around because we know most of you people. So it's two things. So at 2 o'clock, there's either two things. Our audience is probably 50
In the
and
pool,
above.
exactly.
Right? I mean, there's probably at least 2 people who are 107 listening to us, right? Not the weather. I'm talking about 107 years old that listen to us and have, that they're like, oh, I don't really need to buy houses anymore. I just want to hear Omri's sexy voice say.
855-939-1137.
Right, that's all they really want. Then we've got the 7 people listening who might actually want to get some content, and they don't even want to call in to tell us that the phone's working.
I know. And then we have somebody on Amazon right now looking for leather underpants.
Right. You actually took them off our show so they can go look at underpants. I mean, unbelievable. It's unbelievable what's going on here.
Do you want to go back to my maybe mistake and talk about real estate a bit?
All right, let's talk about real estate. You want to talk about your deal? Or you
Yeah.
want to come back from commercial and talk about
Let's
your deal?
do a commercial.
All right, go send us to a commercial. Glenn, I don't know if you can. I know you're in the middle of typing something. Send us to a commercial, and then we'll get to Omri's house. This is Larry Steinhouse with
All right, you're clear, and I got a few calls for you.
All right, cool.
It's now.
And yes, your line is working. I checked it immediately as soon as you said something, but a couple of people called.
Okay,
to,
cool.
Confirm.
Amazing.
Learn how
Hang on.
Very cool.
properties and make money every time. That's right. That's what we teach. We teach how to buy investment properties and make money every time. Go to investorschooling.com and RSVP right now. Take a class this Thursday night at 7
You guys
o'clock.
are live
That's
on Facebook and
investorschooling.com.
all that stuff. You can still hear us during the commercial.
This is Larry
and
Steinhouse
it's
with
always
Investor
fun to
Schooling.
listen.
Are you ready for retirement? Have you prepared
Omri said
everything you
stuff he's
need?
not allowed to say.
Well, Investor
Yeah,
Schooling
Debbie just farted.
ways to better prepare for your retirement using real estate.
By the way, Larry, your wife Linda was one of the people who called too.
All right.
The phone was working.
That's great.
And learn how to have a better retirement.
Tell her I sending her the link right
RSVP
now.
Right now for this Thursday's
for the-
class
for
at
the-
7
for the
o'clock. Go
underwear?
to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
So
This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling.
Larry,
are you tired of
he's
hearing
putting
about the
it to
recession
sell.
that's
Your
coming?
friend is
Are you
putting it to
prepared
sell
for it?
again.
Well, listen, at investorschooling.com, we're going to teach you ways to prepare for the recession that you didn't even know existed. We're going to teach you strategies on how to use real estate. We're going to teach you
His current
strategies
wife
how
is
to...
listening,
when you come back, Larry, you
Yeah.
can let them know that the phones are working.
Okay, cool. They're all calling just to see if it works. They're not even going to stay on the line.
Couple people. Well, your wife was just calling to say that the phone was working.
I know, that's pretty
All
funny.
right, we're coming back in 30.
All right, cool. Yep.
This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Don't go through life ignorant about how to become a millionaire. Learn how to invest in real estate, the stock market, precious metals, and learn from an expert. At Investor Schooling, we teach these things and more. We only provide education, and we will teach you how to leverage real estate, how to leverage the stock market, and how to leverage precious metals to make more money than you've ever made before. Go to investorschooling.com and take a complimentary class this Thursday. We will see you there. Investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm here with Dr. Deb Anderson, my co-host, and my other co-host, Omri Morad, also known as the I almost said idiot, but immigrant was
The number.
was the word I was looking for. I wanted to thank all the people who called. So this is very funny. So if you weren't listening, if you were online, you were listening to it. But if you were obviously in your car, you heard the commercials, and we had people calling just to test the phone. They didn't even stay on the phone. But I want to thank my wife, of course, for calling. She called. I think she could have stayed on the phone too, especially when we were talking about the leather underwear part. It would have been an interesting conversation. But let's go to Dave in Malton. What's going on, Dave?
How you doing, Larry?
What's happening?
How are you?
All right, hold on one second. Hey, Glenn. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Go ahead, Dave.
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
You hear me?
I hear you.
I know one person, my wife, who will not vote for Trump, and she's a Republican.
That's interesting.
Okay.
There you go. So tell us about that.
I don't know. You won't vote for Trump, right, Connie? She said she won't, because I think a lot of women, I mean, this is my opinion, a lot of women do not like his personality.
Yeah.
His personality is
That's
just like
my
mine.
opinion.
Does your wife listen
well,
to me?
I don't know.
Trump and I have the same personality. I just wish I had his money.
I hear you, but a lot of people do not like that man. You know, that's a fact.
So,
I mean, he has a lot of.
It's mainly that he seems disrespecting to women's, or it's the thing that he did and they blame that they put on him, or he actually did. It doesn't matter. But that's the thing.
I think. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but I mean, besides the media and the Democrat Party basically saying he's a terrible person. I mean, that's one of the factors. I mean, he's been demonized since he was first elected, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's funny. Before he ran for president, everybody admired him and loved him, and he was on all these shows.
Right.
You know, and it was funny, like women's shows and shows with minorities. And it's funny how he was always a hero until the Democrats had to come up with a way to label him as a bad guy. Now, I don't know if you listen to the show, Dave, but my wife and I, Linda and I, we actually see Trump now and then. And I'm telling you, the guy is the nicest guy. It's amazing how wonderful of a guy this guy really is.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I've heard that. I do have a real estate question though, too.
Sure.
How easy? Maybe easy is not the word. I'd like to move down the shore full time. We have a condo down there
Okay.
and a single family home in Marlton, and everything's so expensive. There's only, if we sell both our condo and our house, I don't know how we could negotiate basically trying to buy a full-time property to live down the shore. You understand my question? How to basically sell two properties to buy another property?
Well, you could certainly do that. There's a whole bunch of pieces you're leaving out. What your income is, if you're retired, if you're not retired, if you can afford another property. There's so many pieces missing. If you want to be able, if that's what you want to do, one of the things that I teach all the time is if this is what you want to do, just go do it. You've got a certain amount of time on this planet, and you've got to live your life and go do it. Now, at the same time, you want to prepare for tomorrow, but live like there is no tomorrow. So if you want to buy that house, you and your wife get together, you sell your houses, you sell both your houses, you vote for Trump, and then you buy the house down the shore. You get it?
I hear you. I guess I didn't know the timing, whether you essentially you have to sell both places, and then I guess I didn't know how the timing would work to sell both properties and buy
you don't have to.
another property.
You can take equity lines of credit on the properties. There's all types of things you can do. And if buying a house down the shore, you can tell the people, hey, when you're buying it, that they have to wait for your other two houses to sell. You can do all of that. But my first suggestion is go look at houses and see what you guys like. And if you find one, you put an offer in it, and you make it contingent upon selling the other two houses. And the market is changing. It's not a seller's market anymore. It's becoming a buyer's market. It's the pendulum is swinging. So there are people who the problem is a lot of sellers think it's still a seller's market. It's not, and they will go, no, I'm sorry, we won't take the house sale contingency. But there are some sellers who are realizing what's happening, and they will take the house sale contingency, and then they'll wait for you to sell your house.
Okay. Well, I mean, is that the same for the shore as far as the real estate market? Because I thought the shore is a little maybe different than most places.
Everything is changing. I just read an article in New York saying that New York is officially a buyer's market now, where people can't sell their house in New York anymore. New York City, this is. So it's changing. All you need to do is go look at houses. Don't make the mistake of waiting for the market to change. Go look at what you want to buy. The perfect house might be there. And, if you're listening to PhD, I'm guessing you're above 50, right?
Yes, I am. I'm not 107 or whatever you said. No.
So, you've only got a certain amount of years on the planet. Go enjoy yourself. Don't be on your deathbed going, honey, I left you these two houses and we never moved to the shore because I thought I was waiting for the market to drop. Don't do that. It's a big mistake.
I hear you.
Hey, are you available to go to our Money Hacks event on August 17th?
Yeah. What day is it on? A Saturday?
Saturday, all day Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That I'm still around.
All right. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Glenn's going to take your information, and we're going to move to Ed. Thanks, bud. Take care. What's going on, Ed?
Larry, can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you just call to tell me to make sure the phone worked?
No. I wanted to get your thoughts on using AI to generate leads for distressed sellers.
So I'm not quite sure how to use AI to generate leads. I can use AI to create the letters for them, but to find the distressed sellers, it doesn't make any sense to me. I know there's a couple of people out there advertising programs that do that, but I think they're all a bunch of BS. I think it's actually it actually generates the letters because, first of all, AI is 2 years behind anyway. So if it's going to search the internet, it can't search anything from 2 years ago. So I don't know how it's doing it. I don't know what they're saying. I think the promises are a bunch of false promises. Everybody out there wants the quick and easy way to do everything in life, right? So they want to find this quick and easy way to find real estate leads, and there's no such thing as a quick and easy way. You have to do work. You can't just push a button on a computer and wake up in the morning and own 3 pieces of real estate. It just doesn't work. So you have to do work. That's why when people come to investor schooling, we vet them and we say, listen, if you're going to come here and you're going to not do the work, you're not going to watch the videos, you're not going to come to class, you're not going to come to your coaching appointments, and you're not going to do the work we tell you to do, please don't give us your money. We don't want your money. We want you as a successful student. But on the other hand, if they give me their money and they don't show up, I don't care. That's their problem. So that's why I'm saying be careful with those promises of people saying that they can help. Even with AI trading, trading the stock market, I find that the AI, most of the AI things that I found in trading the stock market, for years now they've been doing it, it's always 24 hours behind. So what was a good deal yesterday might not be a good deal today, but your AI triggers to buy it today. So I don't know. I mean, I just stay away from it. To me, I have a certain set of rules that I trade by, that I teach in investor schooling, and it makes much more sense to me. You've been here. You know the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
I think. I mean, it's pretty easy to generate letters on AI.
Yeah.
I mean, that's no problem. I mean, you just need to get a list of who to send them to.
Yeah, just don't start your letter with, "I hope this letter receives you well," because that's what every AI letter starts out the same way, which I always find funny.
And of course, they're not well. They're in distress. They're probably losing their property.
Exactly. But all you need to do is find a list of distressed people. Distressed sellers are not hard to find. You just need to know what a distressed seller is. A distressed seller is somebody getting divorced, somebody behind in their taxes, somebody who can't pay their mortgage, foreclosures. These are distressed sellers. You can find these lists.
Somebody who needs to sell, not just wants to sell.
Yeah, exactly. Right, and the funny part is people think distressed properties are distressed sellers. Not always. You could pass a property that has high grass, and it's a distressed property, but it's not necessarily a distressed seller. Distressed sellers are the people who do. Ed, are you coming to the the Money Hacks event?
Yeah, I have my ticket. Yep.
You got your ticket? All right, we got to move on. I got like 5 people online, and I want to talk to them all because they were so grateful. They were so gracious to call. So, Ed, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And let's go to Anna in Warminster. What's going on?
Good afternoon.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It is
afternoon.
afternoon.
To you every week.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You like the show?
I listen. Yes, I do. You can always learn from it.
Awesome. What have you learned?
A lot of things. I don't retain them, that's the problem.
That's great. I learned a bunch of stuff. I don't know what I learned, though. It's great.
Yeah, but I learned it. But I do enjoy your show. I remember the other guy that used to be on with you. I liked him, too.
The other guy? Yes, he had a good voice, right? He had a good voice, but I think Omri's voice is sexier.
Yeah. I like it now, too.
Okay, read the phone number for her.
Wait,
hold on, Anna. I'm going to have Omri read the phone number for you because I know it'll make your day.
Hi, Anna. That's 855.
Hello. I like you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
He doesn't know how to respond to that.
Exactly. Whisper in her ear the phone number.
855-939-1137. Are you single, Anna?
No, I'm not.
Omri just...
Either are you.
Wait a minute. You said you didn't retain stuff. That's not true.
But I just called in to get the tickets, so I might as well be on it.
Good.
No, we're glad. That's fantastic. We had a great time talking to you, so that's awesome. All right, so Glenn's going to take your information, and we'll get you tickets. You definitely can make it, though, right?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Looking forward to seeing you and finding out more about you. And great. All right, let's move on to Rod in Willow Grove. What's going on, Rod?
Hey, Larry. How are you?
Good, man. What's happening?
Oh, man, I wanted to call you, let you know your phones are working. I listen to you every Saturday. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh, you're the best, man. Thank you.
Well, you're pretty good yourself. I wish I'd met you or known about you 20 years ago. I'm kind of in a spot in life where I can't take advantage of what you're offering. I do on the edges, though, and I have made a couple bucks just listening to you guys on Saturday afternoon. So what can I say?
All right, I got to ask you a question because I want to know if this is a limiting belief or if this is just reality. What is keeping you from coming here?
I'm a caregiver for a family member. And
you can't get away? I know. I really. It's okay. You can say you can. If you can,
no,
you can.
I don't want to say that I can and then get the tickets and not be able to go.
All right, that's fine.
But I'd love to go. I'd love to go to Money Hacks. I bought some Amazon stock on your recommendation
Awesome.
before it split, and I did very well with it. And I've worked hard to sort through all the various credit line offers that I receive to pick out the ones that are truly beneficial, and I play with them, if you know what I mean, you know.
Are you available to be
Give me a
online
couple
for our
$100
class on Thursday nights?
Pardon me?
Are you available to be
I'm
online
sorry, what?
for our class on Thursday nights?
No, I think I'd rather do a Saturday. I just can't commit. I can't commit. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, if you know what I mean. But maybe I could do a Saturday in advance.
All right. Well, yeah, we'd love to have you.
Why don't you
Should we?
Yeah, I love your show. I love your show, and your phones are working, and you're just a wealth of knowledge. You really are.
I appreciate that. Thank you. We got some other smart people in the room too. I just want to make sure that they get acknowledged.
Yeah, I got that too. If Omri hadn't kept repeating the number the way he does, I wouldn't have been able to recall it and just dial right away without even looking for it. So,
awesome,
good job, Omri, and good for you, Dr. Deb.
Well, please call again. Should Glenn take your number down for the tickets or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Glenn will get your information. We'll send you tickets, but please let us know if you can make it or don't make it, because we only have a certain amount of seats.
I will.
And we need.
I understand that.
Yeah. So because of that,
I understand.
If you say you can't
I don't
come,
want to hog space.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I don't want to do.
But feel free to.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, but feel free to give Glenn the info, and then if you let us know sometime that you can't make it, we'll be fine. Thanks, Rob. We look forward to talking to you again. Oh boy, should we talk to Ice Cream Gary?
Sure.
All right, Mr. Ice Cream Gary, what's going on?
Omni, Debbie, Larry.
What's happening?
Here in Ocean City, laying on the beach. There's a plane going over the ocean.
Hold on.
Why doesn't it say the Larry Steinhouse show?
What is it? What'd you say?
You didn't hear what I said?
No, I missed the last part of it.
Okay. I'm laying on the beach in Ocean City. I'm looking up in the sky, and these planes go by with banners. How come the banner on the plane doesn't say Larry Steinhouse
you want to know
show?
you want to know why the banner doesn't say Larry Steinhouse show? Because
I thought it was good advertisement.
Here's why. Because it's very creepy for an old man like you to be lying on the beach in his bathing suit, listening to my show on an AM radio.
You should be impressed, man. You should
I'm
be grateful. You should be
on.
grateful.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You said last week, stop calling from your bathroom. Well, I did. I'm
Well, that's true.
Okay, here we go.
Wait. Now I'm really concerned. The last time I said call from the bathroom because you sounded like you were in a bathroom, and now you're on the beach in your bathing suit. This is very weird now.
You have quite a fan. You have.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm very afraid.
He calls me from the bathroom, and then he calls me from the shore.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh boy.
Where are you going to call from next week?
Okay, listen. Omni, Debbie, Larry. Listen to me.
What's his name? Wait, what's his name?
I'm done. I'm not correcting people anymore.
What's his name?
Omni.
You really don't know his name?
Omni.
You're a fan of the show. You really don't know his name?
Omni.
No.
Omni and Larry.
No. You can't. I'm not gonna let you talk until you get his name right.
Okay. Well, let me study this. Here's my three questions. There are three complete opposite scenarios.
All right.
And you don't have to answer them until I finish. Then you contradict. On a primary residence in Jersey, what does the maximum amount have to be before you pay taxes? That's question number one.
Question
what? Number two. Well,
so you mean a primary residence. So a primary residence, you get a $250,000 exclusion if you're single, and you get a $500,000 exclusion if you're married for the capital gains.
Okay, 500. Okay.
Right.
Okay, you got that question right. You passed.
I passed?
Question number
Really?
2. Yes. Question number 2. I am a fan of Bitcoin cryptocurrency. I know you're not. And the last one is, I know you're not a fan, but I am a fan of the annuity fixed equity.
Okay.
Now, can you explain why? Because I'm older than you, Larry. You're in the 60s. I'm only 73. Could you please explain why a fixed index annuity wouldn't work, and why wouldn't a percentage of my portfolio go into Bitcoin crypto.
So you can do anything you want with your portfolio, right? Not a problem.
Okay.
Now, Bitcoin is just a pie in the sky. It could happen. It could not happen. You know, when are you buying? You buying Bitcoin now at 57,000?
Yes, it's like an asset. It's like real estate, painting, baseball cards. It's an asset.
You think so? You
Where
think
you put your
Bitcoin
money,
is?
right?
So you think? I mean, putting as long as you're not putting a lot of money into it, like a large percentage of your portfolio, when Bitcoin goes to zero, or if it doesn't go to zero, if it cuts in half again, because I actually would buy it again if it was at 15,000. That's when I would buy it, and I would wait 4 years.
Okay.
But it's not something that's going to go up a lot. It is what it is. Bitcoin is, right now it's 57,000, 58,000 ish, and it's not going to change much. It might go to 65. It might go to 34. But to me, that's not an investment. When
That's our future.
I teach. Go ahead.
That's our future. That's our future. Bitcoin.
You think so, huh?
It's our future.
All right, you ready, Gary? I got one question for you. How do you spend
Go ahead.
Bitcoin?
You don't spend it, Larry. You trade it.
Okay. That's my primary problem with Bitcoin. My primary problem with Bitcoin is if you don't know how to spend it, if you can't spend it, it's worthless.
Okay. All right. Now let's get back to the fixed index annuity.
Okay. Are you putting money in an annuity on a monthly basis, or did you drop a lump sum into it in order to get monthly income from it?
Well, in 10 years, you could go 7 years, 10 years. Everybody's different. I'm going 10 years. So I dropped 200 into fixed index annuity.
Okay, and are you withdrawing immediately from that?
No.
That's the problem I have with it. That's what annuities were made for. Annuities were made for.
Wife.
Okay. All right. So you ready? When did you drop the 200 into it?
2 years ago.
Okay. You ready? Did you figure? Any chance you have the illustration in front of you that would tell you how much you could take now if you want to take that money back out?
Larry, you went over that.
It's about 192,000 or 100 or maybe 188,000.
Larry, you're right, but hold on. Before somebody gets involved with annuity, they have to understand the basics. This is 7 year, 10 year. If you need the money in 6 months, you don't go into
No
annuity.
kidding, but how do you know you're not?
Well,
Why don't you put it someplace that does better than that doesn't steal your money if you need to get out early, and you have all the same benefits, plus you now can get the money and not lose money.
And with all the respect, in your age, you never know when you will need the money.
Yeah, exactly. Well said.
No, you're right. But listen, everybody should have a plan. You taught us this, a plan. Have whatever it is, money market.
Hey, Gary, I only have so much time. I have other people. Gary, I got to cut you off. I only have so much time, and I want to get to other people who go on. But listen, Gary, if you're happy with your plan, that's all that matters, man. It's all good.
That's it, bud.
So I will talk to you soon. I appreciate you as a listener always.
Happy 4th of July belated.
Thank you, man. Take care, and go vote for Trump. All right, we got Michael in New Jersey. What's going on, Michael?
Hi, Larry. I've been a landlord for 30 years.
Ooh, wow, cool.
Good.
Currently in the process of an eviction.
Okay. Your first one, or is it your first one?
No, first one with this issue.
Okay.
Where, if we can ask, please?
I won by default. I filed for warrant for removal.
Okay.
The removal date was going to be the 3rd of July.
Right.
And the guy filed a hardship.
Yeah. Okay.
With the court.
Yeah.
And the judge signed it and gave him a week.
Right.
Praton, you mean?
My question is, pardon me?
Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
I said, so the judge signed it. All you had to do was apply for it. First of all, one of the stipulations to apply is you have to pay all the arrearage, which he did not, but he filed it anyway.
Yeah.
The judge signed it, gave him another week. does that mean? So he's got till the 10th. So on the 11th, when I Googled it, it said once the date is up, he has to leave. So
yeah, but he has to
have
leave.
any
But so I think it's the.
I want him to leave. I want him to leave, but I just want to make sure that there's not another step where he can file something else.
He can file for. I'm sorry.
No, I know you know this very well. Go ahead.
So he can file an appeal until the morning that the constable will be there. And the problem with that is...
Sheriff of New Jersey.
Yeah, the sheriff. So the problem with that is if they will accept the appeal. Anyway, if he will do that the same day of the eviction, it's called proton. How you call that?
I'm not sure.
Because it's too late. You remember?
Non-proton.
Non-proton,
Yeah.
exactly. And a judge will need to look at his request and to accept it or deny it. There is a very good chance that he will say, I have no place to go, and I appealed late, over 10 days after the first judgment, if I remember correctly, and the judge will accept his request and will give him some emergency 10 days, 15 days, whatever the judge will decide. But normally...
he already gave him a week.
Who?
Right?
District court or county?
It's different in New Jersey.
He appealed? There was an appeal here?
It doesn't matter. The court's the same. It doesn't matter if it's...
No, it's not. It's not an appeal. I mean, basically, I did everything that I'm supposed to do as a landlord. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's an emergency. I read online that they passed something that was, if they have no place to go, he gives them another week. So we gave him a week, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure. Do you know if there's any... I'm waiting for an attorney to call me back, but they can't even schedule me till the 15th. So I'm hoping after the 10th, that was the date the judge gave him, I'll call the sheriff on the 11th and say, look, the sheriff gave him another week. So it's the day after he has to leave. The guy's still there. I mean, that's my...
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing everything right. But let me ask you a question, Michael. How long were they in arrears before you filed?
He's 3 months behind.
Okay, so you waited too long.
Yeah,
that's,
basically,
right.
yeah. Well, no, Bessie, I listened to you. What I did was his girlfriend died last year, and they were both paying the rent. He was there 13 years. I tried to work with him, so I let him. He got behind $1,100, and I said, "Look, you have to pay, or I'm going to." Listening to your show, there's not bad tenants, just bad landlords, and I just got right. I went right because sometimes I am a little too easy on people.
No, we are human beings, Michael. I don't think you did something wrong.
Michael, we got about a minute left, so we got to get you to the point here.
Okay, I just wanted to know if there was anything. I guess you basically answered my question. I guess I'm going to have to wait and see till the 11th.
Yeah, exactly.
If you will file an appeal,
Either way, it looks like unless something really bizarre happens, he'll be out by the end of the month, and then you can go rent it. Maybe he'll come up with the money. Who knows?
I don't think so. No, his electric was shut off. So but instead of paying the rent this month, he turned the electric on, which is good because now he's going to be comfortable till he leaves. But I know you got to go.
So
thank you.
Just one very short thing. Make sure maybe if he's a good tenant, he was there 13 years, and it's just this time, this period. Find in the area if there are any organization that can give him assistance.
Yeah, I agree.
When you have a judgment against... One second, because we don't have time. When you have a judgment against a person...
He wants him out. He doesn't want to keep him anymore.
Okay. But you can still get the money. Get him out, but you can still get the money.
Gotta go.
It's not worth it. All right.
I'm not expecting the money. I just want him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, man. Well,
Great.
Hey, we appreciate it. Stop by the school one day. Go to investorschooling.com. You can find out more about some of the things to do with being a landlord. All right, we got 15 seconds. Actually, we got more than that, but I want to have some time for the exit.
And to thank us.
What?
And to thank us.
And what?
to thank
And to
us.
thank you, of course. Right?
Exactly.
We just lost the 15 seconds. So there you go. All right. So I want to thank all the listeners. I want to thank everybody for calling. Of course, the phone system obviously did work, and we have some great conversations. If you
I
guys
know.
call every week, we could have some incredible conversations. So call every week, and we will talk to you. So go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com, and you can take a complimentary class. Of course, I want to thank the
legal immigrant.
No, I want to thank Glenn Page. What am I supposed to say? The sweet Glenn Page.
Sweet.
Okay, I got 4 seconds. I want to thank Omri, of course. I want to thank Dr. Deb. I want to thank all the callers. We'll see you Thursday.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions.
You are clear.
Thank you,
All right,
buddy.
thank
Those
you,
of
Glenn.
Investor Schooling or
Excellent.